This afternoon, our UW-Stevens Point Pointers playing host to the UW-Oshkosh Titans. Scott Krieger alongside John Zelmer. Jay-Z, really, I know it's still middle of the season, but this is an important game when you consider, and coaches don't like to look ahead, but if you want to make the conference postseason tournament, there are 8 teams, only the top 6 get in, and you need a win against the team that is currently winless in the Titans.
You know, the bottom 3 right now, Scotty, well, I guess you could go the bottom 4, Whitewater, Point, Eau Claire, and Oshkosh, but they're in a bunch. There's a game that separates them. Essentially, we do have a 2-game advantage on Oshkosh. Who would have thought they'd start their season 0-5? That may be the story of the year in the WIAC, at least early on. But no, both of these teams are desperate for a win. I'll tell you what, Scotty, these 2 teams may play harder than any other game in the conference this year because they both know the importance of this game down come February.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And unfortunate, we're going to start with some really bad news for UW-Stevens Point, at least the way you and I look at it, and that is the unavailability of postman Cal Crone. He is not dressed, apparently a shoulder injury. They're hoping to get him back soon, but he will not play here today against a team that has, I believe, 4 guys that are 6'8" or bigger. This could be a problem.
And add 3 more at 6'7". So Oshkosh will have 7 guys on the floor bigger than anybody that we can put out there today. Of course, that's been a weak spot for us. We don't have a lot of depth in the 5 spot, which is where Cale has been just a terrific freshman. And has really been a needed lift inside. But now we're without him. And we don't have a lot of depth in that 5 spot to back him up. So we're going to play really small and hopefully really well.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. Do we go to a 5-guard system? And Malik's going to play, and technically he wouldn't be a guard. But you're going to have to play small. You don't have a choice, right?
No, I mean, we're going to have a bunch of 6'4", 6'5" guys out there with our 6'1" guards. And they'll just have to, get gritty and box out and battle and fight and crawl and whatever else they can do to get some rebounds. Interestingly enough, Scotty, both of these teams are on the negative side of rebounding.
Yeah.
Oshkosh gives up 4 more rebounds a game than they are able to secure, and our Pointers are down 2 against the opposition. So we know that's been a major problem for our Pointers early on, is giving up offensive rebounds to the other team, and could be a challenge here again today.
Could it be that the team that actually wins the rebound battle in this particular game gets the win?
Well, you sure would think it's going to be a major component of this game. Can we secure defensive boards? We've had some good series defensively and forced bad shots or difficult shots at the end of shot clocks. And then we give the ball right back by not securing the defensive board. And as we always talk about, you and I, Scotty, defense isn't over until you get the rebound, right?
That's
so
a fact.
How will that play out today? I guess we'll find out pretty soon.
It's the Pointers, the Titans. Let's take a 30-second break. Make that a minute break. We'll come right back. UW-Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. On the women's side, already completed today. So far, no major upsets, as unfortunately we heard in a game just finished a few minutes ago. Oshkosh pounded on the Pointer women 67 to 37. It was Platteville defeating Stout 87 to 71. Whitewater remains undefeated 69-52. La Crosse and Eau Claire are just starting their women's game right now. And of course, all the men's games starting at 5 except Eau Claire La Crosse. They're going at 6. I don't know if I'm the AD at schools on a game like this. I try to move that game up an hour or so. I was a little surprised we didn't see if we could move this up to, say, a 4 o'clock start. And that way you'd have more people in the building. We're not going to have a very big crowd, and we all understand the Packers are playing at 7:15. You should be able to get home on time, but if you were going to have any kind of a get-together with family or friends, well, you can't hardly do that if you're sitting here. So with all that being said, you know, we love our Pointers. We're here, and we'll get the game back home for you. And boy, I hope it's a Pointer win.
This is not a problem for Minnesota teams, Scott.
No, you're right.
That's a good thing, right?
Or Chicago.
That's a really good thing. Or Dallas.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
what a great problem to have. Hope we'd have something like this again next week.
Yeah, well, that would be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. All right, the Pointers getting ready to take on the Titans here. I can't call it a must-win, but I think it's a pretty close second to a must-win, John. I don't know how you might feel about that, but I truly think that this is one that you have to find a way to put into the win column. We're going to get a break as we get our national anthem. We will come back and we'll play a little basketball. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. This is going to be a tough one for our guys. Let's hope they can find a way. We don't care if they could win by a half a point, right? Which you can't do, but find a way.
You know what, Scotty? This young team is it's just got to put its head down and just keep going and just playing hard and just hopefully see where that can take you. I mean, things haven't gone well in the last few games, no doubt about that. So again, you know, just put that head down and go grit one out here. See if you get a win on your home floor.
Yep, that is the way you're going to have to do it here. Stevens Point, by the way, going to go with your usual group of Malik Abdul, Wahid, Seth Myron, Darius Bolden, Josiah Butler, and also getting the start, we kind of expected it, Josiah Gilly in place of Cal Crone, who is not available here tonight. So, boy, that's a big loss. We know that. And we'll hopefully get our guys over the hump. Now, you can play without a big guy.
Yep.
A whole game, that is going to be interesting. You play stretches without bigs. Can you go the whole game without somebody of size, if you want to call them that, in the middle?
What do we always hear? Well, we won a national championship with a 6'4" center.
Yep.
However, that 6'4" center and that particular team makeup doesn't necessarily translate to any other team. I don't think in the Division III or the WIAC certainly you're going to win many championships with 6'4" centers. But of course, Dick Bennett never was big, was he, Scotty?
No, he was not. No, that's a fact. So here we go. By the way, Oshkosh goes with 6'2" senior Reed Gunning, 6'2" senior Will Mahoney, 6'5" freshman Mike Metcalf Grassman, 6'5" sophomore Carter Thomas, and 6'8" freshman Tristan Johan Connect. And Oshkosh has the opening tip. It'll go to Mahoney. He's into the front court against Darius Bolden. Over to the right side, Metcalf Grossman. They lob it into the low post. Battling against Josiah. Up with the first shot, and it goes in for Johan Connect.
Well, no surprise there, Scotty. They just went right into the big guy. Oshkosh obviously knows that Cal is gone.
Yep. Yeah, that might end up being a problem. Myron over to the right side, Butler. Josiah down to the baseline, step back jumper off the rim. No, Myron tried to get the rebound, tipped out to Mahoney. Here come the Titans up by 2. Metcalf Grossman to the left elbow across the way. It'll go to Gunning down into the corner. They'll go from Mahoney back around to the left side. Carter Thomas in the corner. Pardon me, that's Metcalf Grossman, and he's going to get an early foul on Malik.
Yeah, just forced his way in and able to get the foul off the dribble penetration, Scotty. They've got a few freshmen out there today as well.
Well, the one going to the free throw line, some of our fans should know. His father played at Wisconsin Rapids, Brady Metcalf. Mike Metcalf, a big Pointer fan, grandpa.
Yep.
Great family, great athletes. And Mike Metcalf Grassman from Shawano, Wisconsin. And I asked Grandpa, he stopped by, I said, why isn't he here at Point? Well, I guess Dad lives in Milwaukee, Mom lives up in, I can't remember, Shawano now. And so that's halfway in between, kind of. Both free throws good. Pointers are down 4, and an illegal screen is the call on Stevens Point. We're not off to a good start.
On Darius Bolden.
Going to have to figure this out. Not only are you down 4, but you have 2 early fouls. Boy, I watched the game last night with 41 free throws shot for one high school team. It was hard to watch. Down in the low block with it is Gunning. Kick out Thomas. Down the left side of the lane. Around it'll go to the corner. And Metcalf buries the 3. You are down by 7.
Well, tough beginning.
Yep. Front court left side. Malik Abdul Wahid over to Bolden. Now to find that first basket. Darius pull-up jumper. That's not going to go. Rebound Oshkosh. Up it will come.
Yep.
Mahoney. Mahoney crossover dribble. Gets in deep to the corner. Another 3. That one's off the rim, but an over-the-top rebound by Metcalf Grossman.
Boy, we
just didn't go up and get it.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that against Trevor Falls.
Mahoney against Darius Bolden into the lane area. Kicks to the corner. Carter Thomas thought about lifting that. Gets in deep now against Myron. He'll go up, scooping layup. No, Malik with the rebound. He's going to bring it up the floor himself. Bounces it over to Myron. Down to the baseline, inside, reverse layup. The pointers are on the board.
That's where the smaller player, Seth Myron, was able to attack the rim and open floor.
7-2 your score. Mahoney gives it back out on top. Carter Thomas left. Metcalf with the handoff to Mahoney here along cross court. Gunning out of Brandon and Laconia High, not very far from Oshkosh. Down on the baseline, Johan Connect against Josiah Gilly, pinned down on the block. Gets it over to Metcalf, trying to go baseline. Stepped out of bounds. Contact down there.
Good job by the Pointers that time. They weren't going to let the big guy have the ball in hand, so we ran a quick double at him, made him give it up, and got the call on the baseline out of bounds.
Well, come back and get one here. After falling down 7-0, it is 7-2. Darius Bolden will walk it into the front court. Some new kicks for Darius, huh? Bright yellow shoes.
Yeah, got that
Gilly
right.
off to Bolden, takes it to the free throw line, pull-up jumper. He's got it.
Well, down 3. Maybe that'll settle us down a little.
I would hope. Here come the Titans again. Bounce pass out on the left wing. Up on top to Thomas. Left wing, it'll go there. Mahoney off the screen from Thomas. Gives right back to Thomas against Myron into the lane. Powers his way down the lane and scores it. He's a good one. 6'5" sophomore out of Neenah. 9-4 Titans. Butler brings it up. Josiah goes to Bolden out on the right wing. Gets the screen from Gilly. Trying to get down to the baseline, could not. He's going to lift the 3, and he left it a little short. Rebound, put back. Gilly couldn't hit it.
Wow, did everything right inside, and that's when he should have had.
Mahoney will bring it up for the Titans. Down to the left baseline, spins, kicks it out. Carter Thomas thought about the 3, drives right down the lane, out to the corner. Metcalf's triple, in and out. No, Gilly with a rebound. Out it'll come to Butler. Butler into the front court, Pointers down 5. Butler to the lane. Gives it out to Bolden. Bolden holds there and will slow it down. Plenty of time on the shot clock here for Stevens Point. Butler over the top of the circle. Josiah crossover dribble down the lane. Bolden right corner, 3-ball, airmailed. Gilly with a rebound and a foul.
Wow, that's 2 defensive or offensive boards for Josiah Gilly. Only 6'5" is what he is. Close to 6'4", Scotty. But there's one thing about Josiah. He will battle you.
That foul's going to go on Jacob Townsend, the junior out of LeClaire, Iowa. That'll be his first and immediate timeout. It is time to take a break, a 1-minute break. Oshkosh 9, Stevens Point 4. This is Pointers Basketball, WPCN. Ryan Genrick, Logan Baumgartner into the game for point. Butler inbounds. Baumgartner wants an early 3, spins out of the hoop. Rebounded inside, this time by Jay Dalton out of Fond du Lac, a freshman. Down to the baseline, it'll go there. Townsend back. Dalton on the wing, takes it into the lane.
Yeah, foul.
And a foul's whistle.
They're not looking where I was looking. They're going to get it on Ryan Genrick, Scotty. Josiah Butler on a hit, too, as that ball went through the lane. That'll be on Ryan, 3 team fouls now against the Pointers.
Yeah, you can't get yourself into foul trouble. Oshkosh with the basketball here. Working out on top with it is Dalton. Dalton against Butler down to the baseline. Trying to back him in. Spins, traveled and got away with it, and they're going to call a basket and a foul. He traveled with the ball.
He sure did.
He took a hop before he ever shot the basketball, and he comes up saying that his right shoulder hurts. They'll give him the hoop.
And they'll get somebody to come in and shoot that free throw.
Well, one would think. Of course, you're going to bring in a... Well, they're going to...
Yeah, but the point
gets
to choose who's on the floor that will shoot. Talking to the official here about that last call.
Yeah, he traveled. He leaned in, took a hop, and then shot. Both feet moved. That's traveling.
Only if it gets called, Scott.
Yeah, well, that's right. Only if the 6 eyes out there can catch that early, but they didn't. Townsend's free throw. I said Johan Konech's free throw is good.
And, of course, you picked the guy, and he made it, right?
Yep.
Well, you're down 8.
Yeah. Slow start again. Butler down the wing. Into the corner. Myron had a little trouble with it. Got it out to Genrich. Over to Malik, up on top to Butler. Butler going left. Out on top, Bumgartner into the lane, kicks to the corner. Malik an open 3, left it short. Myron secures the rebound in the corner. Well, you've gotten 3 offensive rebounds, but you're still down 8. Myron backs his way in, jump hook score.
Well, Pointers now 3 of 10, 30% to start this game.
You have to get Josiah Butler involved earlier.
Yeah, and he's got to get himself involved.
Yeah, I
too,
agree.
Scotty,
I
right?
agree. Steckbauer, who was a great shooter into the game.
He does.
Thomas into the lane, kicks it out to Steckbauer, drives it to the free throw line, an off-arm push-off, bangs into Genrich, gets away with it, misses the shot. Boy, how's that not a foul? Up it'll come to Butler into the front court, top of the circle. Josiah pushed going down the lane, and we're going to foul on Carter Thomas.
Yep, right on cue, talking about Josiah needing to get himself involved. That time off. Took that bump about 8 feet out. Good call by the official not to give him the continuation. You know, it's funny, Scotty, how they let you bang into each other both directions into paint, and then you just touch somebody on the outside, and it's a foul. That's basketball in 2024.
Yeah, it's hard to understand a lot of times. Malik drives down the lane, scooping layup, he'll score it. Yeah. Well, you're back down by 4.
And build the shooting percentage when you get some layups.
Steckbauer into the front court, gives across the way here to Townsend. In deep, stolen away by Genrich. Nice steal. Off to Malik, on ahead to Butler. Butler into the front court. Oh, almost turned it over. Malik into the lane, spin move, goes up, and it won't go. Rebound to Carter Thomas.
Well, nifty move, just overlaid, right?
That's a fact. Gunning back to Thomas out on top. Myron into the right corner. Gunning wants 3, and he got it.
That was a catch and release.
And
right
back
wing.
down by 7. Josiah Butler to the left side. Genrich wide open, and he'll bury the 3.
And he gets the answer. Oshkosh not happy. Coach Matt Lewis going to take a timeout.
Titans with the lead, 15-11. We will stay right here. It's only a 30-second timeout taken by the Titans. Well, you've actually done a decent job on the glass. Problem is, you've got some foul trouble already building, in my opinion, with 4 team fouls, and you just don't have enough depth to get yourself into foul trouble.
Oshkosh 5 of 9 to start this game. That's 55%. 2 of 4 from behind the arc. Pointers 4 more shots with those offensive boards. 5 of 13, 38%. Neither one of these teams particularly well, that might show why they're in the bottom of the standings. We came into the game 44% from the field. Oshkosh at 43%. We're 36% from behind the arc. Oshkosh on the season 33%.
Yep. Gilly back in for Stevens Point. So Butler, Myron, Gilly, Bumgartner, Genrich on the floor right now.
Well, Oshkosh got off to that quicker start, Scotty. You're down just 4. You're feeling kind of okay about things.
Steckbauer lob over the top, caught the rim and goes out of bounds intended for Johan Connect. Pointer basketball.
I'm looking at Johan Connect, Scott. You know, they give us pronunciation guides for all the players on the floor, except him.
Yeah.
If there was a guy that I needed to have a pronunciation guide for, it would be that young man.
I would agree with that. Seth Myron to bring it up for Stevens Point. Almost, and did.
And
he just simply fumbled it away and out of bounds.
Wow. We've had a little bit of that as well. Growing pains with young players.
Yeah.
But are they young, really, Scott? I mean, that's something. These guys were all great high school players, certainly. And that's just an unforced error, sloppy.
A fact. Mahoney brings it up for the Titans. Missed opportunity to get closer. Metcalf Grossman poked away by Baumgartner, loose on the floor. Who's going to come out of there with it is dug out and a jump ball. That should be points ball.
That's going to go point way. Well, good, quick hands defensively. They showed a little ball trying to dribble, penetrate, and we were able to get a deflection, and then the scramble began.
I'll see if this team can go down, score a basket, whether it's a 2 or a 3, and get a little closer. Maybe some point get the lead.
Token pressure by the Titans.
Genrick out to Buchanan. Jake across the way to Gilly, way outside the arc, gives to Genrick in the right corner. Ryan back out to Baumgartner. Logan holds it there, pulls it through the arms of Gunning. Myron over to the right side, Genrick down to the baseline. Back to Myron, shot clock 6, Myron. Buchanan lifts the 3, not gonna go, tipped up. Who's gonna end up with it? Stevens Point and a foul.
They're going to get it on Baumgartner or they're going to get it on Oshkosh, not sure.
Looks like it's going on Steckbauer.
Yeah.
That'll be his first third team.
The senior from Merrill. Boy, Merrill has put a lot of players in the WIC. Good ones. You got one over at Eau Claire right now that just shoots lights out. Casper.
Yep. Same with Steckbauer. Stevens Point's had a couple of Merrill kids in the past. Genrick will inbound. It goes to Buchanan. Catch, shoot, baseline jumper, airmailed.
Wow.
And pulled in by Townsend.
10-foot shot went about 14.
Yep. Down to the corner, Mahoney, and a pick and roll, and Metcalf scores easily.
Both point defenders went with the ball, and that's as easy as you could get in the oldest playing basketball.
7 points already for Metcalf Grossman. Gilly in the corner, trying to go baseline, gets in deep, double team, goes up, reverse, and scores.
He put his head and shoulders through that double team and found the reverse.
17-13, Pointers down 4. Mahoney left wing, up to Gunning, over to the right side, Townsend. Darius on him, long cross court. Thomas wants the 3, and he got it.
You know, right off his hands, he just started down the floor. He knew that was in.
Shooters down by 7 again.
Sorry, shooters just feel it.
Bolden down to the baseline, got caught deep, gives outside, a baseline jumper, that's not going to go. Rebound Oshkosh.
That might have been an easier shot for Desai if he'd just taken it from where he caught it.
It will go to Gunning, down to the right baseline. Trying to go against Genrick, got by him, and an offensive foul with a hook.
The old left-hand hook.
Getting back here. Paper City Savings, proud supporter of our community. Locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Nakusa. Butler and Abdul Wahid back. Myron and Buchanan out. Down by 7. Started off down by 7, got back to within, what, 4? Maybe 2.
4, Scotty, at 12-8, then 15-11.
All right, Butler with it. Sends it over to Genrick. Gunning on the defense. Abdul Wahid, Butler. Butler against Townsend, takes him to the free throw circle, down the lane. Still working, 8 on the clock, takes it up and rolls it off the rim. Oshkosh with another rebound. Can't get the ball in the basket. Here comes Metcalf Grossman. Back out to Thomas, over to Townsend, fakes the 3, drives it right down the lane, shot blocked away. Gilly up to Abdul Wahid to Genrick, 3, got it. Boy, Ryan Genrick has so improved his three-point shooting.
Yeah, most improved player on the Pointers team by a long shot, Scotty.
2016 Carter Thomas with it. Right side, Darius Bolden trying to dig it out. Loose ball picked up by Genrick. He will lob it over, poked away, and Oshkosh will benefit as they will miss. Josiah Gilly, good bother that time by Genrick again, after almost throwing it away. From the corner, another three off the rim this time.
That would have got the fans a little bit more excited. Good.
Townsend up, it'll come.
Good action in that sequence, Scotty.
For sure. Down on the baseline, it'll go there, Mahoney. Back out Thomas, swinging around. Townsend wants three, and he got it. I said Townsend, I'm sorry, Dalton. Dalton with that three-pointer, not Townsend. Over to the right side, it'll go to Butler down into the corner.
He's
Ryan Genrick.
From your hometown, Scotty.
Haven't been there in a long time. Bolden working his way in the lane, pull-up jumper. That's not going to go. Boy, we're not getting really good shots right now. A lot of one-on-one.
Good help there by Carter Thomas.
Metcalf Grossman down to the baseline. Will score it again. You might need a timeout.
And we got it.
Now you're down by 9. 8:48 to go in the half. Stevens Point trailing 25-16. And in a little bit of trouble. Let's take the 1-minute break. We will come back. UW Stevens Point basketball, WPCN. Point continues to struggle a little bit, John, with offense, one-on-one kind of it. The ball does not move around the floor very much outside of the dribble.
A lot of attempts on one-on-one, just dribble, pound dribble penetration, Scotty. As we get better, we're going to have to do more on passing. Our assist to turnover ratio as a team is not good, Scotty, because we don't score a lot off of passes. We score just kind of one-on-one offense, and it can be a struggle when you're not really moving the ball from side to side.
Bolden goes to Myron, over to Abdul Wahid. Back out. Abdul Wahid with it, smooth, bounces it to Bolden. At the right elbow to the free throw line, kicks it out to Butler. Butler, Bolden, right corner, trying to go baseline. Got in deep. Outside, it'll come to Genrick. Genrick will lift the jump shot, in and out, no. Rebound into the hands of Jay Dalton.
That ball was on the right side of the floor the entire 30 seconds.
Steckbauer out to Dalton. Goes left side to Metcalf Grossman, gets a step going baseline, kicks to the corner, around the horn it'll go. Back into the hands of Townsend. Steckbauer on the wing. Down deep into the post, it'll go there to Metcalf Grossman against Genrick. Kick out. Dalton, three more, and he got it again.
You know, we went in to double the post because we had the mismatch down there. Good look by Metcalf Grossman, who just kicked it out to the open shooter.
28-16, bounce pass. Myron in the lane, got tied up, or was it a foul? Waiting to see the call. It's going to be a foul. That'll be team 5 on the Titans.
Tell you what, Scotty, their freshman class doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. 7:40 to go and another media timeout. So Oshkosh with the 28-16 lead, and we get a 1-minute break. We'll be right back. Pointers basketball, WPCN. half. You got to chip away at this, John, down by a dozen.
And Oshkosh running their offense, Scotty, so much better than ours.
Yeah.
Consequently, they're 10 of 15 from the floor. They've had 8 assists already. That just shows how much better they're running their offense.
Point inbounds, left corner, Butler off the rim, no, and the rebound pulled down by Metcalf Grossman. Off to Steckbauer. Well, you got a good look, didn't knock it down. Steckbauer into the front court. Working at the top of the circle, goes left side. Dalton with it. He's hit you with already 8 points in the game. Metcalf Grossman got away with a travel.
Oh, they're going to get a push.
Call a foul
on Malik. Well, it had to be one of the.
Be his second.
It had to be one or the other. The official saying, well, he lost his balance because he was pushed. Yeah. Team foul 5.
Genrich back in for Malik, I have to believe, with 2.
Malik's the tallest player we have available today, and now he's going to sit for the last 7:20.
Yeah.
Not looking.
Well, you got a battle.
Yep, you just got to hang in there, get to halftime.
Oshkosh will inbound under its basket. Steckbauer, the inbounder. And finally throws it in up the left sideline. Back it'll go. Dalton against
Illegal.
Bolden, and illegal, as John just pointed out, illegal screen underneath.
Steckbauer on a screen on the wing.
Second already.
Took up Ryan Genrich away from the cut.
Well, chance to get maybe back to within 10 or even 9 here. Myron to walk it up. Somebody's got to take the proverbial bull by the horns here. Genrich into the lane, down the lane, kick out. Myron wants 3, not going to go. Rebound fought for. Dalton comes out of there with it for the Titans. Up to Johan Connect. Into the lane, Mahoney. Back to Johan Connect underneath, and a foul.
Good play by Will Mahoney. He drew the double and knew he had somebody open, and that was Johan Connect. Big kid, moves pretty well. Another freshman, 6'8" out of Oshkosh West.
You get 2 free ones coming up here. That for Genrich, his second personal. Free throw on the way, and there's this that you were hoping for before, right?
Yeah. That's why we chose him to shoot before, although he hasn't been to the line very much, Scott. He's only been to the line 4 times before today, so he's a perfect 50%.
Buchanan back in for Stevens Point. So the lead stays at 12 for the moment. Second free throw coming up. And it's on the way, in and out. No, but Metcalf Strassman gets the rebound. Open, Carter Thomas misses the 3. Johan Connect gets the rebound up inside, misses that. Rebound fought for, down on the floor. Bolden comes out of there with it for Stevens Point, and a foul finally.
Yeah. 95, 94 feet away from our basket. But that's probably a foul that you don't mind so much if you're Oshkosh, because they had Ryan or Darius trapped on that baseline pretty well. Normally you just shake your head when you foul that far away, but they had Darius in some trouble, and of course the 10-second clock was running too.
Bolden will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Gotta have him.
First is on the way, and he's got it.
Darius 0 for 2 from behind the three-point line today, Scott. He came in 29 of 35. 67% from behind the arc. We should have him shoot every time.
I would think.
Statistically speaking. Anyhow.
Second one, it's down to a 10-point game. 28-18, 6.5 minutes to go. Mahoney will bring it up for the Titans. Titans in their road blacks, Pointers in the home whites. Left side, Metcalf Grossman. Free throw line extended against Myron. Takes him down the left of the lane, up off the glass, and scores it.
He's a player. Freshman out of Shawnee.
Butler, left corner, 3-ball. Buchanan gonna be off the front of the rim. Myron with a rebound, and he traveled with it.
Did he?
He came down with it and then took a hop.
Well, no complaints on our side.
Now, we didn't get that same call down here before, but I think it's the right call. It's unfortunate. He got pushed a little bit, so he kind of had to take that hop.
Pointers.
But
Pointers just 7 of 25. 28%.
Up it'll come with Mahoney.
Hard to win when you can't get the ball in the basket.
That's a fact. Left wing, it'll go to Gunning. Down to the baseline, Johan Connect against Gilly. Double team for the moment, got rid of it outside Gunning. Throws it over to the wing, and out of bounds, Pointer basketball.
That's the miscommunication. Will Mahoney was on that wing, but he was cutting to the baseline and threw it behind him.
So Stevens Point will bring it up. Down by a dozen here. Still almost 6 minutes to go in the half. Gilly, high post. Bolden down to the baseline, back to Butler. Didn't take the three, goes left. Now pulls up for the three, in and out, no. Long rebound, Metcalf Strassman. Stolen away, Bolden underneath will score.
Yeah, and they made a mistake with that long rebound to give it to the guard who was under our basket. And great play by Darius to sneak in and get an easy two.
Well, back down by 10. Mahoney inside, stolen away by Bumgartner. Logan starts it up, ran into Josiah Butler. Now gives it across the way to Bolden. Bolden into the lane, down the lane, jump stop, kicks it out. Bumgartner for three, not going to go again. Those are the shots that have to go when you're left open. And that gets the crowd into it if you hit that. Mahoney down the left of the lane to the baseline. Against Buchanan, a lot of physical play there. Outside, Carter Thomas, three off the rim, no. Rebounded by Gilly out to Buchanan. Jake into the front court. Off on the right side to Butler. We got to get Josiah going. He's your leading scorer. Buchanan back to Butler. 2 steps, maybe 3 outside the arc. Working against the big guy. Johan Connect gives over to Gilly. Off to Buchanan. Jake, long cross court. Butler, step back three. Got it.
Boy, right in the face of the big guy who came out to close.
Oshkosh wants to talk about that mismatch there. 4:24 to go. This is a full timeout taken by the Titans, John. Well, you're back within 7 right now.
Yeah, and you can 4:24 to go. So you got, a quarter of this half. Go on a little run, get in there in the locker room, down 1 or 2, tied, who knows. So good job of battling your way back into the game and see if you get put some stops together back to back. And that's what's been difficult for this young team, is getting those defensive stops consecutively. You can't go on a run unless you can do that.
You've had 10 more shots than the Titans, and you're down by 7 points. That tells you something right there.
And interestingly enough, you've been out-rebounded by 7.
Wow.
So you're down 7 on rebounds and had 10 more shots. I'm trying to figure out where those shots are all coming from, Scotty. Oshkosh, well, there they are. Oshkosh has had 10 turnovers.
Yep.
There they are.
Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. Stevens Point 23. The final score on the corner of 2nd and Maria, Stevens Point. They have all of your game day needs, or you can stop at the OT Tavern right next door for a little something extra.
The Pointers just 3 turnovers, so 7 extra possessions for the Pointers, and hence we got those extra 10 shots.
Yep. All right, Oshkosh will bring it up. 4:24 to go in the half. Mahoney into the front court. Senior out of Appleton West High School. Gunning up to Dalton, back over. Gunning has it blocked. Logan Bumgartner nearly came down with it. Unfortunately, went out of bounds.
Yep, Gunning took a little too long to load that up. Good closeout.
Shot clock down to 18. They'll inbound off the left sideline. Thomas gets it into the hands of Mahoney. Off the top of the screen, down the lane against Buchanan, goes up and knocks it down.
Yeah. Jake, not a big player, and they're able to take advantage of taking him into the basket.
Oshkosh by 9. Buchanan gives it up to Butler on the wing, drops it in on the right baseline to Gilly. Josiah thinking about going into the lane. Backs his way in, scooping layup, he'll get it.
Well, that's just too quick for the big guy. And, you talk about size against quickness. That time quickness won.
32-25. Mahoney, long cross court, tipped away by Bolden. Couldn't quite secure it before it went out of bounds. Good play by Darius.
He could have batted that back to the floor. He would have had 2.
Yep.
Darius gets his hands on a lot of balls.
Yeah. I know Coach Sem used to love to talk about getting your hands active, get your hand on passes, knock them away, try to come up with them. Inbound, it'll come to Mahoney. Got to get another stop. Dalton on the wing, gets by Butler, down to the baseline, covered up. Dalton backing his way in against Josiah Butler, got in deep. I thought he traveled, missed the shot, tipped out Buchanan. Here comes Stevens Point. Jake front court, free throw circle, gives it out on the wing. Darius back.
What do they got? They're going to get Jake.
Foul on Buchanan.
I'm going to say after the
on
pass,
the screen.
He ran into the defender. And wasn't even he wasn't, Scotty, I don't think even trying to set a screen.
No, he wasn't.
He was just passing. Yeah, he just set a pass and was going to turn and go out and play, back defender. And I don't even know if he knew the Oshkosh player there ran right into him.
Yeah, I believe that's exactly what happened. But unfortunately, there goes your opportunity again. Here comes Mahoney with it. Shane Targent into the game. Left side to Gunning. Now guarded by Bumgartner out on the wing. Down to the corner, it'll go there to Metcalf Grossman. He's guarded there by Gilly, trying to back Josiah in. Over to Gunning for three, and he got it.
Well, assist.
His second triple.
And another assist by Metcalf Grossman.
Left corner, it'll go here. Butler to the free throw line. Across the way, Bumgartner. Logan into the lane, down the lane. Spin move, goes up, scores it.
Like to see more of that out of Logan.
Yeah. I want to see him more in the post.
Yeah. He's a big, strong kid. Great football player, of course, from Medford.
Mahoney goes right. Dalton with it. Taking Butler into the lane. Got away with a hop, I think. Carter Thomas from the wing buries another three.
Boy, for a team that doesn't shoot the three, well, statistically, what are they now? 6 of 11, 7 of 12.
Something about shooting in the quant. Bolden underneath, got it to Bumgartner, got trapped, got it out to Butler. Somehow managed to do that. Targent on the wing, Shane to the free throw line. Out to Bolden, shot clock 10. Darius down the lane, kicks to the corner, around to Butler, takes the three, in and out, no. Rebound Gilly, out of bounds, Titan ball.
I'll say this about the threes though, Scotty. They have been wide open.
Yeah.
They haven't, we've been help defending and they've done a good job to the opposite side to wing shooters who have been wide open. So, those have been pretty much uncontested threes. That'll help with the percentage. Right now, Oshkosh 14 of 24. Half of those shots have been from behind the arc, and they've made 7 of them.
That's 21 points just on three-pointers.
Yep.
No wonder you're trailing in the game, huh?
Yep.
38-27, Oshkosh with the ball. Dalton up on high, left side, trying to get by Butler into the lane, down the lane, and a whistle.
Darius thought that was all ball, but the official saw otherwise.
Glad you could see it. I get blocked off so often here.
We've had to help defend a lot, though. We haven't really been able to keep the ball off the dribble into the paint, and so consequently we've had to come with the gap help, and that's left three-point shooters open.
So Jay Dalton will get 2, and he makes it.
We have a side spinning rotation.
Averages 4.5 a game, already has 9. That's the second personal on Darius Bolden. And the 8th on the pointers. Second free throw, and he's got double-digit scoring, and the lead goes back to 13.
And Metcalf Grassman averages 9, has 11.
Buchanan quickly up against Dalton. Swings it out over to the left or right side. It'll go to Shane Targent. Drops it in on the baseline, Gilly. Josiah starts a move into the lane, and they're going to call a jump ball.
I think that's the right call. If he wasn't going to give him the foul, it wasn't traveling.
Minute 23 to go in the half. Well, we were hoping to get closer once you got to 7. Now it's back up to 13 with a chance to extend that. You can't get too far behind and expect to win games. Somebody got some blood? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we do.
It is Gunning.
Senior.
Yeah.
They've got quite a number of seniors, Scotty, but they also got quite a number of freshmen. So,
playing.
I was kind of wondering about the 05 start of the conference play for Oshkosh. Kind of a reloading year, perhaps. Freshmen are looking great today.
Well, they are against this defense so far. or the lack thereof. Just not really good defensively so far. You lose a lot of guys. Mahoney will bring it up. Oshkosh already by 13 with the ball in hand. They'll give it off to Metcalf Strassman into the hands now of Dalton. Dalton against Josiah Butler, long cross court. Mahoney up the screen. That should have been illegal.
Yep.
Out it'll go. Dalton 3, left it short. Rebound tipped. It'll go off of Stevens Point and back to Oshkosh.
Another one over the back. Boy, we've seen so many rebounds from our opponents over our backs. And I guess with this, we're not big enough, and they're able to go up above and reach over the top of us.
Yep. They don't call over the back anymore, or very seldom. Mahoney off the wing, down to the corner, Gunning. Carter Thomas tried to sneak inside. They didn't get it to him. Mahoney into the lane, down the lane, lays it up and in.
Yeah, just beat us off the left lane, and good finish left hand.
Down 15. Shane Targin over to Buchanan. 42 seconds to go in the half. On top, Butler. Back over, Targin on the wing. Long cross court, Butler. Josiah to Gilly, down low. He'll go up, he'll score it.
Josiah's been our only consistent scorer, Scotty, down in the post.
42-29, Pointers down. Oshkosh with the shot clock off will go for a final opportunity. Mahoney with it, out to Carter Thomas. Over on the left wing, it'll go to Dalton. They'll get it back to Mahoney, let him start it off the screen by Metcalf Strassman. Gets all the way down to the baseline. Shot won't go, and another foul. And that's going to go on Buchanan again.
Yeah.
And it'll be a shooting foul for Will Mahoney.
Yep, 9 team fouls, not that it matters. You're going to have 4.4. You'll have time to get down the floor and get a three-point shot off, but you know, when we're just unable to keep the ball out of the paint this half, Scotty.
Yeah,
it makes playing defense hard when you can't on ball.
Well, that's 40, John.
Yep.
And we're not at half, and therein lies part of the problem. You just can't stop people from scoring.
Nope. And it starts again with the on-ball defense where you've got to be able to stay in front of your guy and not let him get down. They've allowed the ball out of their guards to get into the lane and down around the rim too much. Then the help comes, and then they just start rotating the passes.
You and I were worried about getting beat in the post. We're getting beat by their guards now.
We are.
Butler gets the inbound, crosses the half court, has to launch. It's on the way, and it'll be short, and we are headed to the locker room. It is Oshkosh 44. Stevens Point 29. We'll be back here in 2 minutes. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. Stevens Point finding itself on the short end of a 44-29 score. Yeah, you have all sorts of time to make a comeback, but boy, 15 points is a pretty high hill to climb, John.
Well, it certainly is a hill that can be climbed in basketball. I mean, when you start to get up to that next tier, that 22, 23-point tier, then you're in real trouble. So certainly you come back from this, but you're going to have to play a lot better offense. You know, you look at the shooting percentages here, Scotty, and you're inclined to think, well, Oshkosh is shooting the ball so much better than us, and if we just shot better. But it's not so simple. The reason Oshkosh's percentage is up so high is we're not playing very good defense. Their offense is working beautifully for them. They're getting the ball into the paint. They're kicking the ball. They're rotating it around to open shooters, and they're getting good, high percentage shots. And they're hitting them because we're not even, we're not guarding. We're not closing out because we're chasing ball, trying to get it away from the rim. You come to our end, and it seems that we really struggle just to get an open shot or to find a shot, and it ends up being in somebody's hands, and then they start to kind of pound and back in and go one-on-one and see if they can create something as the shot clock is going down. And so we're not getting shots off our offense, not off of passes certainly. What do we have for assists? Just 4. And so there's the difference. Oshkosh's percentage is good because of their shot selection and how well they're running their offense. We're really struggling, and we did against River Falls too. For some reason, and maybe it's just our youth, we haven't been difficult to guard.
No, but the ball never goes inside and comes back out.
Yep.
You never make the defense move.
Yep.
Once it does go into the post, it stays in there, and you take 2-3 seconds to work to try to get a shot up. Sometimes you got to make the defense move a little bit so you can find some openings, and I just don't. We swing the ball to one side. Rarely does it come bang, bang, and back to the other side where you might have somebody open.
Yeah, it gets stuck.
Yep.
It gets stuck.
Same trouble last year and the year before.
Too much dribbling, and the ball doesn't go from side to side well enough. Something that has to get better. And we don't have that guy that's really going to scare anybody too much in the post.
No.
That can just really score in bunches down there. Cal has a lot of nice things he does, freshman. Josiah certainly showed he was our best scorer in the first half. But I don't know that you have to help and go in and double our post too often. And our guards, Scotty, have a really difficult time getting inside the other team's shell. You can see tonight our shell hasn't been protected well at all. They've been able to penetrate it. And on the other end, we pretty much get pushed out to the perimeter and have a hard time doing anything into the gaps.
Yeah,
so,
we do not punch inside that shell, do we? And,
no.
And true, at the other end, they're constantly getting into the lane, maybe to the basket, or kick it out on a wing, and then there's that open shooter. And they have made Stevens Point pay.
Yeah, and you're inclined to want to say, well, you know what, we're young. We're going to need another, Coach Dern needs another recruiting class or two. We know that. But you're looking at Oshkosh freshmen playing. They're young too at times on the floor, just as young as we were, and they're youngsters were doing just fine. Matter of fact, I think they're probably leading them in scoring. They're freshmen.
Yeah, I would say. And maybe it makes a difference who the seniors are on the floor that you're playing with, that are kind of settling it down and running the offense the way Coach Lewis wants it run. And there's something to be said for that when you have Gunink and Mahoney, Steckbauer out there as 3 guards that kind of take control of the whole show. And they've done a nice job.
They really
give them
have.
some credit.
Yep, they really have.
And yet they're 0-5. And this is, quite frankly, a must-win for Oshkosh.
Well, there's no doubt they were going to come over here loaded for bear. As I said, if there's a more desperate team for a win in the WIAC, it's Oshkosh, because they haven't had to look up and say, what, we're in a position not to get into the postseason tournament? That's like that could almost be desperation at that point. And they're playing it's like they really have come out and played what I thought we would see. I thought they would come out being still a good basketball team, obviously, and a mature team, and try to right that ship. I don't know. We haven't seen their game, Scotty. We don't know if they were close or otherwise. But, I mean, I think we're all a little surprised that they're 0-5, and they're certainly not playing like one right now.
No, I would agree. Halftime, Oshkosh 44, Stevens Point 29. On your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, you can score amazing food and drinks at Stevens Point's perennial Sports Bar and Grill. The Final Score, Second and Maria in Stevens Point. A 2-minute break. We'll come back with the scoring summary on half number 1. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. Trailing in this ball game right now, and John has all the stats from half number 1.
That I do. Thanks, Scotty. For our visitors today, the Titans from Oshkosh. They finished that first half 15 of 26, 57%, and 7 of 13 from behind the arc. That's a really nice 53%. 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 77%. They've had 21 rebounds, 9 more, Scotty, than our pointers. Of course, their shots have been going in, not a lot of boards for us to secure, and ours have not. So 5 of their boards on their offensive end. 10 assists to go with 10 turnovers and a steal, no block shots. For the pointers, we're just 12 of 33, 36%, 3 of 15 from behind the three-point line, and 2 of 2 from the foul line. 12 rebounds, 5 on our offensive ends, and we have but 4 assists to go with 5 turnovers, 5 steals, and a block shot. Points off turnovers, UW-Oshkosh 8-7 points in the paint, believe it or not. Stevens Point up 2-16-14. Fast break points, Stevens Point 7-0. Bench scoring 10-8, Oshkosh by 2. Basically, the three-point shooting has been a huge difference in this game.
Well, I'd say. You know, we thought we had a team that shot the three fairly well when we started the season.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Yeah, we've been outscored there 21-9. And the free throws, we've been outscored there by 5. They've had 7 more free throws than we have. But again, who's the team that's being able to dribble, drive, and get into us and force the help? It's been Oshkosh, so you know that's why they've got the more free throws.
And playing with a lot more confidence than the guys were in purple and gold right now.
They just seem to be really connected, Scotty, on their offensive end. They really have a sense about what their teammates are doing and where they're going to be, and they're playing a really fine basketball game. Another half to go, and see if we can't do something to disrupt that.
Yeah, if they can beat you by 15 in one half, why can't you beat them by 16 in the other?
That's the plan, right?
There you go. We'll see if that works out. Some other scores. First, women's finals already today. Oshkosh beat the Pointers 67-37. It was Platteville 87 and Stout 71. And Whitewater remains undefeated 69-52 over River Falls. On the men's side at half, Platteville 37, Stout 33, Whitewater 37, River Falls 32, Eau Claire and La Crosse starting at 6 o'clock. So they have not started yet. Scoring in our game, Oshkosh led by the freshman Mike Metcalf-Grassman. He has 11 right now. 10 for another freshman, Jay Dalton. 8 points for Carter Thomas, the sophomore. 6 apiece for Reed Gunning and Will Mahoney. And 3 for freshman Tristan Johan Connect. For Stevens Point, it is Darius Bolden, Ryan Genrick, and Josiah Gilly, all with 6. 4 for Seth Myron, 3 for Josiah Butler, 2 for Malik Abdul Wahid, and 2 for Logan Bumgartner. And Stevens Point is 2 out of 2 from the line, while Oshkosh is 7 out of 9 from the line. Stevens Point started today 8 wins and 8 losses, 2 and 3 in the conference. Oshkosh coming in today 7 and 9 overall, but 0 and 5 in conference play. Let's take a final 1-minute break. We'll come back and start half number 2. UW Stevens Point men's. Jewelers, providing custom design jewelry, free custom design consultations, as well as jewelry repair. Where dreams are made. Good luck, Leo's Jewelers.
Well, Scott,
You're going to come back with Wahid, Abdul Wahid, Butler, Genrick, Myron, and I'm assuming Bolden, although I don't see there. No, Gilly. All right.
Well, if you're going to get back in this game, Scotty, you're going to do it on the defensive end. Safe to say you give up another 44 points, you do not win this game.
All right. Right side, Josiah Butler. Backdoor cut. Abdul Wahid missed the dunk, but a foul.
Well, would have liked an and one there to start, huh?
Yeah. And so now you got to make the free throws. Foul on Johan Connect. His first. And Malik with 2 points in the ball game will go to the stripe, and he nails number 1.
Malik averages 12 a game. Of course, Josiah Butler at 15, that's 27 points per game. And those two guys have really held in check in that first half.
In and out with the second, so you get 1. And it is 44-30.
Instead of an and one, we get 1.
Mahoney looking down on the baseline. Johan Connect against Gilly. Trying to power his way in. Had the ball pop away. Who's going to come out of there with it? Butler. Picked up now by Gilly. All right, there's a turn. Butler, right corner. Myron back to Butler on top. Stumbling into the circle off to Genrick. Left side, Abdul Wahid. Butler on the right side had it poked away and out of bounds off of Gunning.
Good hands by Reed from the Titans.
Yep. So
he's put together pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd say. Ryan Genrick with it on top, leaves it back for Butler. Josiah, step back, Lake takes the three, and he got it.
There's the Josiah Butler we know and love.
Hilliard back down by 11, 44-33. Carter Thomas inbounds up the right sideline. Stevens Point with the first 4 of the second half. Stopping with it, and over to the left side, it'll go to Mahoney off the high screen. Mahoney into the lane, gives back out to Thomas for 3, no, and rebounded by Stevens Point. Genrick got it out to Abdul Wahid, back to Butler, front court off the screen, top of the circle, Malik into the lane, down the lane, lays it up, rolls it off the rim. Loose on the floor, picked up here by Mahoney. Oh, that would have been big.
Maybe one more dribble and left hand, but
down to the baseline, backing his way in. Metcalf Strassman goes up, blocked by Malik. Off it'll go to Butler, back the other direction. Butler stops, skips it to the corner. Out it'll go to Malik off the wing. Gives it back on top, Butler. Cut off that time by Gunning. Down the lane to Malik in the corner. He got inside, but then doesn't take the shot. Back off it'll go to Butler. Off the screen, working right. He gets to the baseline, pulls up, step back jumper. Got it!
Well, we know Josiah can get hot and score in bunches. A good beginning.
And back within 9 at 44-35. Gunning brings it up. Bothered by Butler. Starts to the right. Gives it up to Mahoney. How about one more stop? Force them to a timeout. Into the lane. Mahoney and a foul underneath where?
Going to be on Genrick?
Yep.
Say used hands to stop Mahoney from driving in.
That's 3 on Genrick now.
Yep.
He gives you a lot of energy.
He does. He plays hard.
Inbound Mahoney up to Johan Connect. Hand off to Metcalf Strassman down the lane. And another foul.
That one I think is going to be on Josiah Gilly.
Now,
nope.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that
yep.
is. Yep.
So for Josiah's first. Second team. Bolden in for Genrick right now. 17:32 to go in the ball game. Lob comes in on the baseline. Metcalf Strassman holds it against Malik. Trying to back his way in off the left wing. Jump hook. In and out. No. Rebound to Gilly. Chance to get a little closer. Butler across the timeline. Gives it to Myron. Myron at the top of the circle. Over it'll go to Malik. Smooth gives it back out to Myron. Butler on the right side. Stevens Point lifting the 3. Got it again! Josiah Butler with 8 to start off the second half. It is a 6-point ball game.
Thomas gave him some room to step back.
Now we're seeing a little life here in a
Yes.
timeout, Titans.
Amazing when the ball goes through the wall.
That is the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is going to be a 30 at 16:55 to go. So we will stay right here.
Well,
Boy, doesn't it just seem like more energy, even despite the first baskets going in? It looked like they came with more energy.
this shows with three-point shooting how quickly leads can go at 15. You know, a 15-point lead can easily be absorbed nowadays. You see it all the time.
So in will come Steckbauer. Stevens Point back within 6 with 16:55 to go. So obviously that's pretty manageable now.
But you also notice that their last shots defensively, we have challenged. We've been hard on them. We've been in their face, and we've been making it a little bit more difficult to get good looks.
Steckbauer across the way to Jay Dalton, who's back in. He hurt the Pointers bad in the opening half.
Yep.
Mahoney working into the lane, poked away by Bolden, picked up by Butler. Front court, Bolden. He'll slow things down into the lane. Beautiful pass underneath. Gilly, he'll score it. 4-point game.
Wow, what a run out of the half, Scotty. That's 11 zip.
44-40 Stevens Point. Carter Thomas goes right. Steckbauer trying to go by Butler, cut off. Steckbauer backs his way in, jump hook, and he'll score it.
Tough move.
Yep.
That's a senior saying, we need a bucket, fellas. I'll get it for us.
46-40, Butler. Top of the circle, kicks out Myron. Myron gives back to Abdul Wahid. Over to Butler underneath. Gilly lays it up and in. Beautiful feed.
Well, they have not figured out Josiah Gilly, who is strong and quick.
46-42. Carter Thomas outside the arc. Gives it off left side. Steckbauer again. Off the screen down to the baseline. Butler trying to reach around. Steckbauer takes him deep, goes up and does the same thing. Little jump hook.
Yeah, that little 6-foot jump hook.
Boyne will bring it up. Front court, Bolden. Down to the left corner. Kick it out there to Gilly. Gilly looking to the corner, goes there to Malik. Pulls back at the left elbow. Dumps it into Gilly on the left block. Going up, he will score it with a foul.
Well,
Josiah looking like the Hulk right now.
Schooled the freshman on that spin move. I don't think you see too many spin moves in high school as quick as Josiah's.
Well, you're down by 4, and is this the media? I do believe it is, correct?
Yep, I believe it is.
15-20 to go. Let's take a 30-second break. We will come back. Oshkosh 48, Stevens Point 44. Pointer basketball, WPCN. What a start to the second half.
Well, and Josiah Gilly called into action today as Cal Crone, our regular center, unable to go with an injured shoulder. And Josiah's making the most out of his minutes, Scotty. 12.6 rebounds with 15:20 yet to go.
Well, the sophomore, you know, he's been fighting for playing time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's earning a few extra minutes so far here today. Now, can he knock down the free throw, make it a 3-point ball game? It's on the way. It is good.
He's singing a beautiful tune today, Scotty.
Yes,
of course,
he is.
Josiah already with a recording contract. He's a music major.
Yep. Mahoney will bring it up. Stevens Point within one basket. Mahoney goes left side. Metcalf Strassman outside the free throw circle. Back to Mahoney. He'll lift it over Gilly. That's offline. Rebound inside Myron. Out it'll come to Butler. A 3 would tie the game.
Wow.
Over to Myron, into the right corner, Malik. Spin move, crossover, backs his way in. Nothing available. Needs some help, finds Myron off the wing, inside, can't get it to go. Tons of contact, no whistle. How? I don't know. Carter Thomas to the other end. Carter, a crossover down to the baseline, cut off by Malik. Out of bounds, Oshkosh ball. Townsend in for the Titans. Mahoney out. I don't know how Seth didn't go to the line.
You know, he went reverse. If he had really forced his way up, I think he would have got the foul from,
might be right.
from the strong side of the rim.
Baumgartner in for Gilly. Josiah already 13 points in the game.
Don't expect them to be out too long.
Inbound it'll come. Thomas fakes the 3, drives, kicks to the corner. Townsend will run baseline inside, miss the layup, but a foul on Logan, I think. Yeah.
That took place right in that ring, that half circle. I mean, you could have made a case that the guy that forced the contact was the offensive player. Of course, if you're coming baseline, that circle does not matter, but the call went against the Pointers there.
Free throw, not good. Genrick will come back for Malik right now. 48-45 Titans.
Scott, that's first free throw of the year for Jacob Townsend.
Yep.
So he's 0 for 1. Did he shoot in the first half? Don't know.
Nope. Second one, he is 0 for 2.
Well, good.
Bolden with a rebound.
Good foul.
Into the front court it'll come. Darius into the left corner. Working against Steckbauer. Takes it into the lane, kicks to the corner, and it was tipped out of bounds. Metcalf Strassman. Boy, I'd like to have him on our team. I already talked to Grandpa. I said, get him to come over here. Now, I can talk to Grandpa that way. I can't say that to his coach or anything, I guess. But it'll go to Butler up on top to Myron. Myron gets a drive down to the baseline, bumped by Carter Thomas, working in deep. Caught it on the hip, goes up and scores it.
Wow, good patience by Myron. Another great football player. We have 2 great quarterbacks on this team.
48-47, point down 1. Carter Thomas on top, goes left side. Steckbauer wanted to go into the post, can't get it there so far. Metcalf Strassman gets by Bumgartner. His baseline pass tipped out of bounds. I thought he was going to get all the way to the basket.
Metcalf Strassman does have a lot of skill, Scotty.
Yep.
We'll have to.
Well, he's a Metcalf, and I'll tell you what, his dad, his uncles, really good basketball players.
And of course, Grandpa, one of the biggest boosters of our golf outing.
48-47, Pointers down by 1. Oshkosh inbounds. With it is Johan Connect. Backing his way in against Logan, got in deep and scored it.
Yeah, Logan got a piece of that from behind, but
50-47. Oshkosh coming with some token pressure. Butler crosses the timeline. Works to the right wing, gives it across the way to Bolden. Darius down the lane, goes up, can't hit it. Rebound on the floor. Who's going to dig it out? Timeout. Yep. Did we get the timeout?
We did.
Ryan Genrick is the guy that dug it out.
He usually has his nose around the basketball, doesn't he?
He seems to. Point's going to take a 30. Will stay here. Stevens Point will have 4 timeouts left. Oshkosh, 3 timeouts left. This is a 30-second break with 13:23 to go.
Johan Connect, the big kid from Oshkosh West, showed something on our last possession. Of course, he's got the big mismatch down here. He's a big body. He's not. He's a big 6'8", and with Cale Crone not available, he just took advantage of his height and weight and bowled his way to the basket and got the 2.
That is a fact. Hilltop Pub and Grill for lunch. Hilltop is there for you. Dine in, carry out, delivery. Open daily at 11.
We could use a couple of those space eaters, Scotty, and guys that are big and heavy. And I'm sure our coaching staff in their second year here are out looking for those kinds of guys.
All right, Point will inbound off the baseline under their basket. Down by 3, 13:23 to go in the ball game. Inbound, it'll go to the corner to Gilly. Up on top to Bumgartner. Kicks it out to Butler. Didn't take the 3. Drives it down the lane. Off the glass. Scored it.
Boy, he's got that spin when he goes to his right. And, that's a tough little shot from about 6 feet.
1-point ball game again. Out on the wing. Down to the corner. Dalton trying to go baseline. Throws it up for grabs. Saved. Who's going to get it? Oh, Johan Connect comes out to get it. Nice play.
Yep, 50-50 ball, and they got to it.
Deckbauer into the hands of Dalton, long cross court. Gunning into the lane, bothered by and bodied by Bumgartner. A deep 3, not going to catch anything but Josiah Gilly's hands. On ahead it'll come to Butler up the right wing. Point with a chance to get the lead here. Josiah into the right corner to Ryan Genrick. Genrick gives it back over to Bolden. Down by 1. Stevens Point was down 15 at the half. Bolden into the lane, kick out. Bumgartner 3, got it! Logan Bumgartner and the Pointers have come all the way back to lead it.
Are these the same 2 teams that we watched in the first half? Unbelievable.
Fair question. Steckbauer out on top, sends it over to the right side. Townsend out high, it'll go to Gunning. 12 minutes to go in the ball game. On the drive, nice move into the lane. Shot won't go. We'll get a late foul.
Oh, boy.
A really late foul off the wing.
He just bailed him out. He just went in there. He went in there wildly and just kind of tossed one and was hoping for the call, and the official gave it to him.
And it was really late, which is the part that I really hate. You can't sit and wait and then decide, oh, it went out of bounds, I'm going to call a foul. All right, at the free throw line, Dalton first on the way. Is
Obviously, I did not agree with that call,
no,
Scotty.
I agree with you on that.
I thought he went in out of control and just threw one at the, and then they bailed him out. But
made the first, he can tie the game back up, 11:55 to go. Well, you've climbed that hill, but you have to stay strong. You didn't accomplish really anything yet, John.
no, I would have liked to have seen that turnover.
Yep.
But things don't always go your way, so.
Does have the crowd back into it for sure.
Yep.
We have a really good crowd in the premium seating section tonight. Into the front court comes Josiah Butler. Baumgartner sets the screen high, good switch off. Butler to the baseline, inside to Gilly. He'll go up, missed the little bunny, rebound Oshkosh. Oh, you had a good opportunity, no foul on that shot.
But there are a lot of bodies around him.
Mahoney over to the corner, running baseline. Dalton got in deep and another foul. Well, here you go again. You get a foul at one end and not at the other. This will go on Genrich, and that's going to be his fourth. This is when you really have to stay strong, John. Something's starting to go against you right now.
Yeah.
You've climbed back up to get into the ball game. Now you got to get over the top.
Yeah, well, 11:29 to go. Lots of time. It's too bad that Ryan's going to sit for probably 7 minutes here.
Yeah, he is an inspiration. He really does help you. And a foul from behind, a good call.
Yeah, that one.
Logan Baumgartner with his second.
Tried to poke from behind, playing off the left shoulder.
Here's your problem. 16 fouls now, and Oshkosh with 2.
Yeah, 11:22 to go, and now they're going to go to the line and shoot the rest of the game.
Yep. It'll come inbound to Metcalf Strassman at the line. Kicks to the corner. With it there, Dalton. Working his way back toward the lane against Butler. Goes up with a tough shot, in and out. No, rebound to Myron. Seth Myron doing a good job there. Off to Bolden, front court. Bolden to the elbow. Needs help. Bounces to Gilly on the left side. Trying to spin by Johan Knecht. Gets in deep. Missed the bunny again. That's 2 in a row for Josiah.
He got him where he wanted him, Scotty, and just missed it.
Yep. We're tied at 52. Down the lane, Mahoney unties it.
Yep, nice play. Got all the way to the rim.
So Oshkosh back up 2.
You just can't let him get downhill that easy.
Butler into the front court. Working off the dribble. Buchanan getting set to come in. Bolden on the screen, off the screen by Baumgartner. Can't free himself up. Darius into the lane, down the lane, goes up left hand, overlaid, rebound.
What do they got?
I don't know, but they whistled something. And it looks like it'll be an inbound under the basket.
It looks like did they say foul on 20 or who?
No, because they would come over to the scoring table. So he must have stepped out of bounds.
Or came in from out of bounds, maybe.
Oh, that's possible.
Maybe that's what it was.
Point will have it, 20 on the shot clock. Inbound, right corner, Gilly. Hands it back to Butler. Guarded there by Carter Thomas now. Butler works high, almost had it stolen away, over to Myron. Myron down to the left corner with the dribble. Trying to back his way in. Out to Gilly at the 15-foot stripe. Inside, goes up, blocked away. Nice play by Metcalf Strassman.
Who else?
And it'll go to Mahoney, and now Oshkosh with a chance to start pulling away again. Mahoney, spin move by Buchanan, inside,
And
got
one.
it with a foul.
And that's the problem that we saw in the first half when their guards started to get downhill.
Foul on Butler, his second. Dalton out and Gunning back in.
Well, good response after fouling by the Titans. They've scored the last 6. Got a chance to go on a 7-0 run. Well,
That's
Josiah's
3 fouls on Butler, by the way.
Yep. And now they just shoot the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And they have but 2.
This is for a 3-point play, and he's got it. So you climbed all the way back up, you got a lead, and now you're down by 5. That's the problem of climbing up the hill.
7-0 run.
You can't make many mistakes once you get there until you get a little separation, and you didn't get it. So Oshkosh up by 5 points will take a timeout here. 9:52 to go. This is a second timeout. So let's stay here. Can you put yourself, what? I think they're going to turn it into a media, huh?
I think maybe so.
9:52 to go. We'll still stay here. Doesn't matter. Titans up by 5, and here's, you almost have to respond here, John. You can't let them go down and maybe get up again by 7 or 8. Can't do it.
No,
have to have a score.
And good response by Oshkosh, by their guards, who triggered that first half run that put us down 15 at halftime. And we took that lead on the big 3, and then they have rattled off 7 straight.
Well, the last, 3 possessions, we got inside and got no points out of it.
Yep, we got inside and just missed a couple short ones.
Yep.
Well defended, don't get me wrong. Josiah's working his tail off, and they're looking up at 3 defenders that had been surrounding him and just couldn't finish in that crowd. Well, this is 16, 56%. And Oshkosh 5 of 11, 45%. Here we go again, and we've outshot them by 5 shots.
Yep.
On the night, we've had 12 more shots, but they've outscored us by 6 from the free throw line.
You're going to come back with Buchanan, Butler, Baumgartner, Abdul Wahid, and Myron. You know, another thought we talked about at half, you got the ball in deep for all those attempts. Where is the kick out to an open guy? They had 2 or 3 guys on you in the post.
Yep, Josiah.
Just a thought.
They know, absolutely.
Myron will inbound. Buchanan need a basket. Back to Myron. 2 steps outside the arc over to Baumgartner. Looked at the 3, didn't take, into the corner to Buchanan. Out on top to Malik. Smooth gets it to Butler. Takes the dribble over the top of the circle. Step back, 3 on the way, a little short, rebound Mahoney.
There's Mahoney again, your senior. He's always where he needs to be.
Gunning into the left corner, Thomas in deep. Johan connect against Baumgartner, backing him in now. Little jump hook and he'll score it.
Maybe not. Maybe that's just a good post move.
And now you're down 7. This is where you have to come back again. Get that same energy. Malik at the free throw line. Down the lane, kicks it out. Buchanan won't take it. Over to the right side. Malik thinking about the 3. Taking the big guy inside. Bounces it to Baumgartner. Gets trapped in there. Bounces it. Myron driving baseline and a blocking foul.
Good call. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Well, I tell you what. Johan connects. His defensive presence is being felt as well. We had a couple drives to the basket, and he said, don't come in here, and he made us turn and go the other way. He's a nice post player, Scott. He's got that little drop step half hook, and just a freshman.
Gunning with his second personal. Point to inbound. They do so to Baumgartner, almost threw it over Logan's head. Buchanan. Shot clock 15. Jake gets down to the baseline, trying to sneak in. Works and crosses it out. It'll go to Butler down the lane. Missed the layup.
Now it got blocked, Scotty. I think Carter Thomas got a piece of that.
Yeah, maybe. Up it'll come with Mahoney. You're back down by 7. Mahoney into the lane, down the lane, jump stop, kick out Gunning. Had a little trouble with the handle, but picks it up. Gunning crossover down to the left corner. Out it'll go to Thomas. Thomas against Myron. Works down the left of the lane. Kicks it out. Gunning with it against Buchanan. Free throw line. Out on the wing. Mahoney for 3. Missed that one. Rebound Myron. Foul on Metcalf Strassman.
He got away.
Grassman, pardon me.
Yeah, he got away with the first half. But that time he was trying to go over a little bit bigger player.
That's his 3rd. Bolden back in for Buchanan.
Well, you're down 7. 8:14 to go.
Bolden will bring it up for Stevens Point across the way to Myron. Butler. Oshkosh has picked up its defense a little bit here. Both teams 3 timeouts left. Right side, Baumgartner, 3. Got it!
Boy,
big shot for Logan.
We were stuck on 52 for a long time.
59-55. Can you pull this thing out? Mahoney across the timeline. Stevens Point needs this one just as badly as Oshkosh. Lob goes in. They get it deep to the big man, and he'll score it.
Good call by the Oshkosh bench. They're going to go into the mismatch.
Butler off the Baumgartner screen. Gets it back off. Butler kicks it out. Bolden, left side. Works dribble. Nothing develops. Back out to Josiah Butler into the lane, down the lane. And a blocking foul. Who's it going on?
I want to say, who's getting off the floor?
It is on Carter Thomas.
Carter Thomas. He thought maybe
his second.
He had good enough defense to get a charge, didn't get the call.
7:18 to go in the game. Point down 6.
Yep, 5-team fouls, guy. They still got to give 2 more before we shoot.
Inbound to Myron. On top, Baumgartner lifts another 3. That's short. Into the corner. Bolden tracks it down against a double team and another foul. That could be on Metcalf Strassman, which would be his 4th.
Yep, that's being in the wrong place at the wrong time for Michael.
Well, he's got to come out. Jay Dalton will come in.
I'm beginning to think that's going to be a young man we're not going to want to watch for 4 years.
61-55 inbound. Baumgartner, Abdul Wahid, Malik in deep, and then lost the ball. He just doesn't want to go up and shoot it.
He should have gone up sooner. He just was on the floor too much.
Mahoney, top of the circle, kicks it out. Thomas wide open. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Butler. Lead feed, bad pass, stolen away.
Just not a good fundamental play by Josiah Butler. Trying to go to the wing.
It'll come up to Gunning. Point at one time had the lead here.
Believe it or not, right?
Yeah.
Down 15 and a half.
Mahoney against Bolden. 14 on the shot clock. Thomas in deep, it'll go, and they'll score. Oh, foul from behind by Baumgartner. I thought for a moment he just missed it, but Logan is going to pick up his 3rd.
You know, and Logan's doing all that he can. Let's face it, he's playing out of position down there in the post, Scotty. He's a wing guy, but when you got injuries, you do with what you have. At some point, you wonder if Josiah's Gilly's got to come back.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, Johan Connect misses. Got another coming.
Might be better off to foul him than give him that easy 2.
Genrick comes back. Baumgartner will sit.
Who's going to go over on the big guy now?
Maybe Myron?
Boy, I don't know.
I don't think Malik can play with him.
He's not strong enough.
No.
Doesn't
I
have
gotta
enough
believe
body.
it's Myron.
I would guess.
Johan Connect's second one is. So it's back to a 7-point lead. 6:27 to go in the game.
Now you don't have to worry about it because the big guy's going out.
Okay. You had done such a great job coming all the way back to grab a lead at 52-50, only to have Oshkosh pull away again. Bolden over to the right side. Malik gives it off to Ryan Genrick to the free throw circle. Backing out again. A lot of dribbling. Genrick into the lane. Kick out. Bolden passed up the 3. Gets it underneath to Malik, and he missed the bunny, but will go to the line. And another chance for a 3-point play that should have been, and you didn't get it to go.
No, I'm not sure Malik was ready for the pass to come in, Scotty. And then when he got it, he sort of rushed it and overlaid it. He's usually pretty solid down there, but a little indecisive maybe. This
Townsend with the foul. Malik at the line.
Well, both teams going to shoot free throws from here on out.
Johan Connect back in.
And I tell you what, you need every one of them if you get to the line. Huh?
Malik will shoot a second free throw.
Boy, they didn't keep Johan Connect out very long, did they? He got a breather, a drink of water, and right back out.
6-point game, 5-point game. Smooth got them both. 62-57.
Anybody's game.
Thomas into the front court, guarded by Malik out on top. Hands it off to Mahoney. We're inside 6 minutes to go in the game. Mahoney against Bolden. Right side poked away, but into the hands of Gunning. Gunning hands it right back. Mahoney in deep, it'll go to Johan Connect. Double team for the moment, now against Gilly. Steps in, goes up, left it short, rebound Darius Bolden. Bolden will bring it up here. Good bother by Gilly. Darius into the circle, step back, jumper, in and out, no, rebound into the hands of Gilly. Gilly in the post. What's he gonna do? Spin move, tries to go up, blocked And
Jump ball.
Jump ball, it'll go to Oshkosh. And again, you got it in there. You had nowhere to go.
No,
Get the ball back out on the wing.
Yeah, don't.
You can't force that.
No, kick it out. I mean, your presence and having the ball there is what's important, Scotty, because it's drawing the attention into you and into the lane. But I like what you said earlier is when that occurs, kick that out to a shooter.
It's got to come back out. You can inside out and come right back in and reestablish position.
Yep.
But there was nowhere for Josiah to go right there. That ball had to come back out.
And, you know, he's of one mind trying to put the team on his back,
Yeah,
right?
I understand
and score.
that
but
part.
You've got to make the right play.
5-point lead for Oshkosh, 5:20 to go. Mahoney will bring it into the front court. He's against Darius Bolden. You finally got him to miss, and then you didn't take advantage. Johan Connect in deep. He'll go up and missed it. And gets his own rebound, pulled away by Gilly and out of bounds. It'll go to Oshkosh.
Boy, when you get him to miss, you got to secure it.
Yeah.
However, he got in so close that time, Scotty, that he naturally and we're very fortunate he just didn't get that rebound and backing in.
Myron back for Malik here. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust. Mahoney inbounds right under the basket. They miss it, and the rebound tipped out. Here comes Genrich into the front court. Off to Gilly down the lane. He'll score it.
Boy, you like to get those easy two in transition.
62-59. Mahoney to bring it up. And Oshkosh with a timeout. 4:45 to go in the ball. Oh, did I see a technical?
On who?
Did I see a technical? And who would it be on?
No, I think,
Goodness.
No, he's waving it off, I think.
Wow. He clearly gave the indication for a technical foul, and
no,
he did.
He did on 20.
And who is it going to be on?
It's on 23, so I assume that's on
I thought
Gilly.
he said 24.
Well,
And now I think he's changed it over to a foul on Jay Dalton.
Boy.
Let's get this right. I'm pretty sure he is called a technical foul.
I do too, and on one time he said 10, which would be Dalton, because we do not have a 10 on the floor. And one time he said 23, which would be Josiah Gilly, because they don't have a 23 on the floor.
They've got to come to the scoring table and get that straightened out.
Is that a double technical?
Well, that's possible. We've got to.
He's going to have to come and explain this.
Well, he doesn't have to explain to you and I, but he does to the official scoring table. All right. So no shots.
Yep, no shots. It's a double technical. It's what we thought it was, perhaps. Josiah Gilly. Now, that's a personal foul, Scott.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, and then the other technical went on Jay Dalton for Oshkosh. There will be no shots as a result of that.
Wow.
So, obviously, who knows what was said going up the court. A couple competitors in each other's face. And there again, you have to keep your composure.
Yeah.
What we saw an Indiana player.
Well, Gilly now has 2, I believe.
Yeah.
And Dalton has 2 as well, I believe.
Yeah. Does Josiah Butler, Scotty, have 4 in your book?
Did they call it on Butler or Gilly?
No, it was on
If
Gilly.
it was on, well, if they called it on Butler, that is his 4th.
But I don't think it was on Butler.
Well, that's what it is, because it's on the scoreboard now, and that is a huge foul.
Maybe the scoreboard has it wrong.
Possibly. Mahoney with it, 9 on the shot clock. Over to the right wing against Bolden, down to the baseline, circles back in, tough shot, missed it, rebound, Johan Connect, and then a foul in deep. Oh, you got him to miss with a ton of contact. Gilly will get the foul. This on Gilly is now number 2. So that's what the call is. It is on Josiah Butler with the technical. And the free throw not good for Johan Connect.
I thought he was showing 23 to the table, but
no, I knew he was showing 24, and I'm like, what?
Now, did those guys play against each other down in the valley? I don't know. You got Fond du Lac and Wisconsin Lutheran.
They may have played once in a while. They were not in the same conference, obviously.
So there was nothing from high school.
3-point lead for Oshkosh. 4:20 to go in the game. Second free throw is good. Well, it's back to a 4-point game.
Yeah, that's big.
More importantly, your leading scorer now has 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, because of that technical. Ouch. That is so unlike Josiah, though. I mean,
goodness.
We know our guys real well, right, Scotty? And he's about as mild-mannered as you'll ever want to find.
All right, Butler will bring it up against Dalton. This is developing here. Over to Bumgartner on the right wing. Pulls it through Gunning. Maybe snapped his finger there. Out to Bolden. Left side, it'll go to Genrich. Ryan to the corner. Drops it in on the baseline to Myron. Who's going to step up? Myron backs his way in. Spin move again. Fade away. No. And Oshkosh rebounds.
Yep, good rebound by Oshkosh. They really secured
Mahoney
that.
brings it up. 4-point Oshkosh lead. 3:46 to go.
You almost feel like you have to score on every possession, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Carter Thomas. Every miss is huge. Dalton getting by Butler. Takes him down deep. Misses. Rebound. Bumgartner out to Butler. They're going to go right at Josiah Butler.
Good job of avoiding the fifth.
Front court. Down to the baseline. Cut off by Dalton. Backing his way in. Works deep. Double clutches. Goes up. Missed the left-hander, but he'll go to the line.
Yep. That's going to be a foul on Dalton.
These two are going at it.
Yeah.
Dalton with his third. And now Butler needs to make both free throws.
Well, if you're the pointers on defense, you can kind of expect to maybe have to help Josiah because you would think that Dalton is going to go back after him.
First is good.
Yep. Just going to come down to the final possession.
Right now, 3:18 to go. Metcalf Strassman back in for Steckbauer.
Boy, he's got a Wyack body too, doesn't he?
Metcalf Strassman?
Yeah, we're talking about.
He's ready to go, isn't he?
Fine-looking freshman.
Second free throw, got it. 2-point ball game, 3:18 to go here. 63-61. Thomas will cross the timeline against Genrich. Stops out on top. Sends the pass over now. Into the hands here of Gunning. Off the screen. And a screening foul on Metcalf Strassman. He's out of the game.
Whoa. Well, just like that. For maybe 10 seconds.
He must have slid because, honestly, from my vantage point, I thought he was set. And we kind of plowed our way through it. But the official apparently thought he slid with the screen.
Oshkosh is going to take the time it has available to huddle up, as do the pointers, because Coach Matt Lewis has time to put a player in. That horn just went off, so he's going to have to put somebody over here.
Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Point will have the ball. They are down by a pair. 3:05 to go.
Well, it's been a great game suddenly, hasn't it? Oh boy, we've had so many of these.
Put yourself down by so much, though.
But could we finally finish one of these?
Inbound to Bolden against Steckbauer. Off to Genrich, left side. Butler into the lane, kicks it out on the wing. Bumgartner three, got it! Logan Bumgartner, his third of the second half. Pointers lead 64-63. A lot of time left. Oshkosh, Carter Thomas need a stop. Left side Gunning, working off the dribble. Down to the baseline against Logan Bumgartner. Into the lane, kicks it out. Dalton into the corner, Steckbauer. Back to Dalton, fakes the three, and he's fouled by Logan, who left his feet.
Yeah, he was closing out. He thought that was going to be a three shot, and he
that's his
ran
fourth.
Him over. Yep, and now they're going to shoot two. Now, that should not be a three-point shot, though.
No, he did not shoot the ball.
No.
He never shot.
No, he was pulling it down, which is why he got run over.
Dalton is 4 of 4 from the line. And he will get two. Stevens Point up by 1.
Wow, what?
2:31 to go in the game.
You understand Bumgartner's desire to get out there and close out. He just did it too hard.
Free throw off the rim, no. 64-63.
Now he's 19 of 31 on the season.
Another one coming up. And he got it. We're tied.
We're tied. I don't know if we've been tied, Scotty, forever.
2:31 to go in the ball game. Stevens Point tied up front court and a timeout. Stevens Point. Do you think they're going to go to the 1-3-1?
Well,
do you have the right personnel with neither Crone or Malik on the floor? Don't you need a tall guy up at the point? Well, either way.
You don't, but I'd be surprised, Scotty. I think if you see the 1-3-1, it might come to like the last possession where they're going to set something up maybe for a game-winning shot or what have you. At 2:26 and the fact you've climbed all the way in after trailing 15, I don't think you go away from your base defense here.
Okay, 64 apiece. Stevens Point and Oshkosh. The Pointers were down 44-29 at the half.
Well, second half, Pointers have shot 50%, 12 of 24, 5 of 7 from behind the three-point line. Doesn't that make a difference?
A little bit, huh?
And here you go. Oshkosh, 5%, and they're 0 of 5 after shooting 7 of 13 from behind the arc in the first half. They're 0 for 5 in this half, and they've missed some free throws, Scotty. They're just 6 of 11 in this half, 13 of 20 for the game. Pointers have had just 9 free throws, and they've made 8 of them. Rebounds, 32-28. So everything has gotten closer now in the second half. It just shows that the Pointers have really turned things around.
Genrick will be the inbounder. Stevens Point with the ball. First you have to get it on the floor. It comes into Josiah Butler. Butler will use the Bumgartner screen to the left. Takes it off the dribble against Gunning into the lane. A little runner, left it short. And the rebound, Oshkosh.
Boy.
We got a good shot, didn't make it.
We got what we wanted, and you're right, just came up short.
Mahoney into the front court. Can you get a stop? Make that stack bow around the wing. Very good shooter. Working against Myron. Backdoor cut. Mahoney missed it. And a foul on Bolden.
Yeah. He got back cut.
Oh, he turned his head again.
That's all you do, just that quick. And there's the senior, though. You know, we're talking about Mahoney, who was down in the baseline and really did a hard back cut. He's done that a few times in his career, right?
Bolden with his third. Mahoney to untie the game. It's on the way, and he got it.
You know, here's the thing that I liked about Mahoney's cut, Scotty. It wasn't lackadaisical either. When he decided to go, he took off.
So Oshkosh by 1, a minute 59 to go in the game. Second one on the way. Oshkosh by 2.
Well, got the ball in their senior's hand, and he delivered.
So here you go. Bolden will bring it up. You're down by 2. Inside 2 minutes to go in the game. Down 15 at the half. It'll go on the wing off the hand of Butler, out of bounds. And whose ball? No, it's going to be point ball.
Boy, that pass came into Josiah Butler just a little too slow.
Yeah.
And that was close.
And that was a great angle.
And Dalton, great defense down there against Josiah, almost got that. He's quick.
20 on the shot clock when you inbound it down by a pair. It'll come into Genrick. Ryan working up on top. Need a basket. Bolden on the left side against Steckbauer. Bolden, almost double team stolen from behind. It'll go off on the wing. With it is Butler trying to get himself in the lane. Fell down with the ball loose. Picked up. Shot on the way. Off the rim. Tipped around. Foul.
They're going to go on.
And where's it going to go?
Bumgartner? Logan Bumgartner. Logan doesn't agree.
And that, I believe, is number 5 on him.
It is. What a good second half that Logan has had.
Butler got into the lane and fell down with the basketball. And that's what created the problem. You still have time, but expect that they're going to make 2, and you're going to be down by 2 possessions now.
You know, and Ryan picked that up for Genrick off the floor after Josiah fell down. And he only had about a 4-footer, but in traffic as a guard. And if that had gone in, we wouldn't have the foul on Logan. You know, all these little things that turn games around, right? If Ryan is able to get that over the front of the rim, we're tied, and then Logan is still on the floor.
Well,
now we need some help here.
Yeah.
Still lots of time. You're going to be down 2, 3, or 4 after these free throws with 1:29 to go, which is a good deal of time. No need to panic.
And it will be Jay Dalton at the line. And again, everybody shoots two.
Yep, no need to panic.
First is on the way. It is a 3-point lead.
Yeah, it's so much easier when you got that the security of that second free throw, isn't it?
It makes it easier, no doubt about it. 67-64. This for a 2-possession lead. It's on the way, and it is good.
Yes.
Oshkosh back up by 4.
Freshman steps up and hits 2.
Bolden will bring it up. You don't need a 3, but you do need a score. Bolden back out to Butler. Butler off the dribble. Too much. Oh, almost a double dribble.
Yeah.
Over to Bolden with it. Darius looking, working on the baseline. Got inside, throws it to the wing. 3 ball, not going to go.
Wow.
Rebound Oshkosh. You're in trouble with 1:08 to go.
Missed everything. Very quiet night for Malik.
That's a fact. Mahoney will walk it into the front court. You're down by 4. Off it'll go to Carter Thomas. Thomas back across the way, gunning. Can you get a steal? It'll go to Steckbauer. A lot of good free throw shooters on the floor. Steckbauer against Myron. 8 on the shot clock. Backs it out. Crosses it over. Mahoney gets by Bolden. Got inside. Turnaround jumper, and he hit it. What a shot by the senior.
What a play, and he knew how much.
And now it's a 6-point game.
And they used all 30 seconds, too,
And
Scotty.
Point needs the timeout.
What a play by the senior. Well, game on the line. Who made the last 2 plays offensively? Will Mahoney.
Yep. Well, you climbed that mountain, but
Yeah.
you did not, by the looks of it, finish things off. The Rock and Roll Cafe open 7 days a week, 7 to 3, Stanley and Minnesota in Stevens Point.
Well, it came down to execution on the offensive end, Scotty. We talked about that during this game as we have struggled at times executing our offense. And Oshkosh just got the ball in the hands of a senior playmaker that created some opportunities for himself.
And I understand Point tried to get everything into Josiah Butler's hands, but Oshkosh knew that was coming.
Yeah.
And that's where, Genrick has been very solid from shooting from 3. Now, unfortunately, Bumgartner's on the bench, but you've got to find more weapons. We'll see.
Well, and our finisher.
Yeah.
our finisher that some of those feeds and passes and second chance opportunities is not playing, and that's Cal Crone.
Yeah, that's right.
His presence in that post right now in these last several minutes would have been huge. But you got to play with who you have.
Now, had you played with all this intensity from the start of the game, might be a different story too. Genrick will be the inbounder, gets it into Butler. You can't waste a lot of time. You're down by 6 points. Butler working against Carter Thomas. Drives it into the lane, down the lane, missed the layup. Oshkosh with the rebound. Steckbauer, and a quick foul. Myron barely touched him. Wondering what the foul is on.
And that's one that Josiah needed to finish. He knows it. His head is down. It was left-handed, not his natural hand, but he just overlaid it. And, well, we were tied at 64 and have been outscored 6 to nothing, and it could be 7 or 8 to nothing with the tie just finishing that game off in the last minute and a half.
Steckbauer's free throw is good.
7-0 since the tie.
Yeah. Well, you had a lot of positive vibes going, and then down the stretch.
And you had your chances, right?
Oh, for sure.
And they made the plays, and we did not.
Well, he missed that one, but it's still 71-64. You got to score so fast. Bolden will take the 3. That's off the rim and in.
Timeout. Well, Darius continues his great three-point shooting.
71-67 with 18 seconds to go in the game.
At this point, you're going to need some help by way of missed free throws.
Yeah.
We'll try to steal the
inbound.
Or you may trap the first pass. But, boy, you don't have any more time than that with 18.1 on the clock. You might go after, try to steal it, trap, and then foul. But and you're going to need some help.
Yep.
They're going to have to miss some free throws.
I mean, if somehow you could get a foul called on Oshkosh before the inbound, which is a possibility, then you change things.
Well, in the old days, you go and you tuck 3 fingers in the waistband of the guy and you pull him over the top of you,
There
and
you go.
and you draw the charge.
No. Good time to pull that one back out.
I've seen that play a couple of times. I've seen it in this league. I'm not going to mention Platteville and Tyler Selk, but
Yeah, he was pretty good at it.
he could move him with a cement mixer, and every once in a while he'd end up on the floor and get the charge call.
Tricor Insurance, dedicated to helping our clients, employees, and communities succeed. Offices statewide, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Wisconsin Rapids.
Speaking of Tyler Selk, we have Platteville next.
Yep.
What a player he was.
71-67. Steckbauer tosses it over to Carter Thomas.
Ooh.
Back to Steckbauer. Lost it out of bounds. They'll say touched by point.
I agree.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Boy, that was close. They almost made a mistake there.
Yep. They passed along the baseline to one another.
Yep, which you can do.
Yep.
You can even put all 5 guys on that side of the baseline if you want. What they're going to talk about the clock, I think, maybe.
Possibly. Maybe we ran a little too much time off the clock.
Or did not start it soon enough. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, no, too much.
17.8.
Oh, hey, you're a home finger. Don't take the two.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be helping us.
All right, Carter Thomas will be the inbounder. Nearly got a turnover
They
there.
added 2 seconds, by the way.
Yep. So Thomas will now have to inbound stationary. And having trouble, he has to call a timeout.
Making it tough. Well, if you could steal one here and throw in a 3, game on.
Yeah. But you got to do that. Oshkosh does have 1 timeout left. Point does not have a timeout left.
We have none left.
So 71-67 is your score.
We always say you can't take them with them, and both coaches have used their timeouts really well tonight.
Yep. Well, we'll see what happens here. Lots going on in the final closing moments.
Yeah,
I want to credit the guys for the comeback, but you built your own problem by kind of a very lackluster opening half.
Yeah, and it's funny thing, basketball. It's 40 minutes, and you have spells where you play well, and then inevitably some that you don't execute very well on. If you can ever put 40 minutes together, you have quite a basketball team, but that is so difficult to do. So you like the kids coming back. I'm sitting here mindful of the fact, Scotty, of all the freshmen on this floor for both teams. We're gonna see some great competition. How we're away from one another for the next 4 years, apparently.
Yeah, by the looks of it, I would agree. 71-67, and again, Oshkosh will inbound under or off the baseline under the Stevens Point basket. If they get it on the floor, you'll have to foul and then hope. Oshkosh does have another timeout should they need it. Carter Thomas looking to throw it in. He does get it into the corner. Dalton double teamed, split the defense, and there is the foul with 14 seconds to go.
Yep, trapped it, almost got it to work.
Genrich, I believe that's 5 on Ryan now.
Yeah.
And he falls out with 14.3 seconds remaining.
Well, again, you're going to need some help here by a guy that just hit 2 free throws.
Yeah.
It still is a 3-possession game, whether he makes 1 or 2 or none. So you cannot get back in.
2-possession game.
What did I say? But and it'll still be 2 no matter what happens.
Yeah. Yep, that's for sure.
And so you're not going to be able to get back in this with a single shot. So again, you're going to need some help.
Jay Dalton will get 2. 71-67. That is the second pointer to foul out. First free throw is good. Just a freshman out of Fond du Lac.
Is he a Springs kid, does it say, or
No.
is he a Goodrich?
He's a good guy.
He's from
I don't think it's Goodrich anymore.
No?
They have a new high
Is that
school.
right?
Don't know if it's named that. Missed the second. Bolden with a rebound. Have to really hustle. Darius at the arc, into the corner, takes the 3, left it short, rebound,
Game
and that's
over.
going to do it.
Don't foul.
Don't foul.
Don't
Mahoney
foul.
will bring it up the sideline, and the game will run out. And lose it by 5. Oshkosh comes in and wins for the first time in conference play. The Titans 72, our Pointers 67. We will be back with more on the post-game show in a couple of minutes. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN.
UWSP women's hockey team wraps up the season series against Eau Claire this Saturday. The puck drops at 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Where will that leave us then?